Hello crochet friends, welcome back. We are working on our love washcloth here, and if you remember last time we finished with row 4. So we chained 1 and we need to turn our work. We are on the back of our work today to start with row 5. So we're just going to jump into some nice bobbles today. Okay, so let's get going. We want to start out with 5 single crochets to get us in the right position for our first bobble. So we are going to enter our stitch, remember, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, single crochet. So that is 1, and we're going to single crochet 5 total. So this is 2, and the next stitch, this is 3, and 4, and 1 more, 5. Excellent. Okay, so we want to bobble in that next stitch right there. Can you see it okay? Everybody in the right spot? Yarn over and enter that stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, enter again. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through just 2 again. Yarn over, 3rd time, enter that same stitch, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, and we have 5 on our hook, and we want to pull through all 5. Okay, let's do 3 single crochets. So here's 1 that will tie down that bobble, and then 2 and 3. Getting our positioning correct for the next bobble, which is going to go a little fuzzy again. I had one last time. This must be kind of fuzzy. Yarn over. This is a bobble. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Let's do that again. Yarn over, enter the same stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, 3rd time, same stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through all 5. Give it a wiggle, get it through there. Okay, now bobble that next stitch. Oops, I didn't yarn over. I'm sorry, hang on 1 second. 5 single crochets, I got myself all turned around. 5 single crochets, bobble, that's what we did. 3 single crochets, bobble. Okay, ready? 6 single crochets, that's what we need to do. Whew, oof, I'm gonna steered you wrong. So here's 1 and 2. And 3, 4, 5, and 6. Apologies about that. Okay, so again, that was 5 single crochets, a bobble, 3 single crochets, a bobble, and then 6 single crochets. Okay, now we bobble, which should line up with the bobble from the last time there, okay, because this is the side of the letter E that goes vertical. So yarn over, enter, ooh, this is the bobble, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, enter again, right, just so remember all those yarn overs, and pull through 2, and then yarn over, all those nice yarn overs, then that you end up with your 5 loops, and you pull through all 5. Once you have your 5, you know you're in the right place. Okay, now we should have 12 stitches remaining here, and we want to single crochet those. So let's go along and do 12 single crochets. Should get us all the way to the end of our work there. All right, beautiful. Gonna get everything lined up correct here. We're doing great. How are your little bobbles coming out okay? I know it's a lot of steps, but once you get going with it, I do try to repeat every time we get together because I never know how long people go in between, doing a video. We don't all have the time to do it every day, so sometimes if you put it down, you tend to forget. I do, and especially if you're a beginner, you need that little bit of refresher. But there are times that I've gone back and needed it also because you just don't do it all the time. Chain 1 and turn your work. And, there's so many other things going on in your mind, you might not remember that, right? Okay, this is the front of our work. So it's an even row. It's row 6. We want to single crochet each of our 29 stitches here for row 6. Just like we did the last time. All even rows get all their 29 single crochets. We're just going to be cautious of the bobbles so we don't pick up any little strands by accident of them and mess them up, right? So I like doing a little bit of crochet each day like this so people aren't overwhelmed, but yet you also are moving forward on your project because we don't want any whips, right? No works in progress sitting there unfinished. So we just go along a little bit each day, and then before you know it, we've completed a project. And it's such a nice feeling, isn't it? I like that. So we go along here, made it through that first bobble, didn't we? We did great. And we're just going to keep working this. All right? It's not hard, it just takes a little time and a little patience, but I think anybody can crochet. I really do. I want you to know that you can do this very easily, and if we work together, it's helpful, isn't it? It's kind of nice. Nice to have a little company working along on a project. I like that. I remember as a kid when these little love stamps came out where the letters were stacked on top of each other. I think the little O was kind of sideways. I'm probably dating myself, but I do remember that. Chain 1 and turn your work. We're on the back. I always had such cute, for the post office, they had pretty little stamps for each holiday. I do like looking at those. All right, row 7, 4 single crochets. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we are. And that gets us in the position for our bobble. So let's yarn over, and this next stitch is going to be our bobble. So enter, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, enter again, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. One more time, right? Just don't forget your yarn overs, and then we pull through all 5. Okay, that was 4 single crochets and a bobble. Now we want to do 5 single crochets. So here's 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we want to bobble this next one. So yarn over, enter, yarn over and pull through. That's that first time. We pull through 2. Second time, pull through 2, and the third time. And we have 5. We pull through all 5. Okay, now we're going to do 5 single crochets again. All right, so here is 1 single crochet. Just looking at my notes, make sure I'm doing it right. 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 4 single crochet, and 5. I don't want to steer you wrong again. Okay, now we should be lined up with that bobble from the E from last time, and we want to bobble again. So yarn over and enter. That's the first time, go through 2. Second time, go through 2. Doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm going to try that one again. I'm sorry. And this is my second time. I'm going through 2. That feels better. Third time. And then I have 5, go through 5. Probably ahead of me there. That's okay. All right, that was a bobble. Now we want to do 12 single crochets. All right, 1 to tie down. And we go across to our knot, which should be a total of 12. And this is row 7 because it's on the back side, right? So it's an odd. Excellent. Oh, this is so good today. Building up our washcloth or dishcloth, whatever you're going to use it for. You could even make it into a hot pad. You could double this. You could make one for each side, or maybe the back side you want it to be just a plain square. You could do that. Okay, I'm at the end. Let's chain 1 and turn our work. This is the front of our work. It's an even row. It's row 8. So we single crochet each of these 29 stitches across. All right, here we go, going across, nice and easy, and watch out for your bobbles. Yes, if you wanted to just make a plain one to be the backing of a hot pad and you want to stitch them together, all you're going to do is just do these 29 single crochets for each row, right? Just do your chain 1 and turn, and it would just be a flat, plain piece. Nice and easy. Maybe you want to make it a design with stripes or something. You could do that. And then it could be a hot pad. You could do all sorts of things. Y'all have great imaginations and you're so crafty, so I know that you'll come up with all different things. And you could put a loop on it if you wanted to, just a nice little chain loop. You want it to be able to hang. Lots of ideas, right? Alrighty. Going across here, and these are just single crochets for row 8. Just watching out for these bobbles, right? Because the single crochet stitches were shorter and the bobble stitch was long because we went through all 5 of those loops, right? This has been a great day of crocheting together. I always enjoy this. So lovely. All right, we're getting right to the end here. Just make sure you have those 29 stitches. Beautiful. I like this color a lot. I like that it's a little different. It actually kind of matches my background a little bit for some strange reason. I think you go through phases of colors that catch your eye. Maybe this is my color right now. I don't know. Okay, we're going to chain 1 at the end, just like we always do. But we're going to end right here with row 8. We had 5 through 8. So as you can see, we're working that bottom of the V. See it going up and a nice little point at the bottom. And the bottom of the E, we got this good little vertical line going up. Just double check that all your bobbles are in the right spot, and I will see you next time. We'll start with row 9. I'll see you then. Thank you and have a joyful day.